Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Vinny Costa, editor of Street Muscle Magazine and your host of the RodCAST, brought to you by Lucas Oil. Today, I'm joined by my co-host, Greg Acosta, editor of Engine Labs and the all-around tech guru. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Vinny, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Long day. Z06 revealed today that, kind of ran us ragged, but
No kidding, man. You cranked out that content super fast. That was awesome. So everybody at home, if you didn't know already, the new Z06 was launched. Go check out enginelabs.com to check out Greg's basically recap article of the launch. And
only the LT6, because I'm Engine Labs. I don't care about the rest of the car. Just
right.
The LT6.
Okay, so go check out the engine tech, and then when you have a moment, go over to lsxmag.com and check out Brian Haven's coverage of the actual car.
Yeah,
we do it all over here at Power Media. But today we're building a different car virtually with our good buddy Rob, as the title indicates. We're going to continue our super muscle wagon shootout, whatever you want to call it. We haven't named it just quite yet.
I did see something that said super SUV. I think that's pretty boring.
Yeah, I guess it's accurate. Super SUV.
Yeah,
hyper SUV.
Hyper SUV is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really describes everybody in there. Like, I kind of feel like maybe only the Lamborghini and maybe the Aston fit there.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Some of them have a hyper price tag.
I mean, let's be honest. Even the Trackhawk has a hyper price tag. I mean, $100,000 is $100,000.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
I mean, I don't know how you want to cut that, but
well, some of them are easier to swallow than others, right?
Yeah.
I guess let's quit gabbing and get into it, man.
All right.
At Silver Sport Transmissions, we believe classic cars and trucks look their best on the open road, and four-wheel drives belong on the trail. We continue to innovate and develop the best overdrive transmission packages for muscle cars, street rods, classic trucks, and four-wheel drive vehicles. Our commitment to customer service and integrity is second to none. When the wrenches begin to turn, Silver Sport Transmissions is there. Hit the trail with Silver Sport Transmissions.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
Hey, my boys.
Yeah.
Good
to see you guys again for the second week in a row. This is the second installment of our. Did we land on a name for this one?
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Muscle SUV. I don't. I really
super don't know. SUV shootout.
Super. I don't know. I don't know. Wagon.
No, because you hate wagons, so that can't be.
I don't hate wagons, and actually, I published a feature on Street Muscle just last night on a wagon, that Hellcat swapped wagon that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, from Mo Party, right? Yeah, I saw it today. I was on the website and I caught that.
We're bringing you around. We'll get you in a long roof eventually.
No, they're not for me. If I did have something like that, it'd probably be like a Suburban or something. But, yeah.
Now we gotta get you rolling in the Cadillac Escalade pickup.
Yeah.
Also for me, I like my trucks to be trucks, and I like my SUVs to be SUVs.
Right.
You wouldn't take a Hellcat Magnum if they'd made it?
No. Why would I want the Magnum when there's a Charger?
I'm just saying. I thought the Magnums looked amazing.
I hated those things. I still hate them. Yeah.
You know, they've got like a hardcore cult following still. I haven't been to Springfest in 2 years now since it's been canceled, but in 2019, which was the biggest Springfest they did yet, they held it at the Pomona Fairplex. There's like a whole section just of Magnum guys. You know, and it's small, but very, very dedicated, like very passionate guys.
What a name for a car that is not so cool, in my opinion.
Was that was Ralph Gilles' baby, along with the 300, right?
I like the 300. Yeah.
I still like the 300, but you can't get it with the 392 anymore, which really sucks. There's no SRT version.
Yeah, those new 300s were sharp looking cars, man. They were cool.
They sure are, but steadily they've whittled down the trim levels, engine options. There's only one option now. I think it's the S, the sport model, where you can even get the 5.7 Hemi in it. The rest of them are Pentastar V6s, which
And
You got to free up the cafe for all your crazy Hellcat vehicles.
well, yeah, there's that, but I mean, like, that's a sedan. If I could get the SRT version of that and I was in the market for a sedan, I might consider that over like a BMW or something.
you get the Charger.
Yeah, but it's a different type of sedan. Like a Charger is really a muscle car, whereas the 300 was really sort of a luxury sedan.
Yeah, they had a bit of a classier look to it.
Yeah, classier look. The
Well,
interior
I mean,
was.
that's the whole Chrysler name, right? But that's when you get a Cadillac.
But I'm a Mopar guy, dude. You know.
Okay.
I don't know. Cadillac did some fun sports car stuff. So
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, the only Magnums that like got a pass for me were I saw on a rare occasion like a K9 unit that had one.
I've never seen a K9 Magnum. That would be really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. They had like all the K9 badging on it and like the little rear window gates for the dog. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Now it's mostly LAPD. It's Explorers now. The K9 units are.
That's right. The Explorers, and then also the occasional Tahoe. I see.
They have Tahoes too.
That might be Sheriff.
I
But
haven't seen one of those.
anyways, guys, yeah, let's get back to building these super SUVs or super mini SUVs, super crossovers, super
Right.
family wagons, family haulers.
We covered America
Yeah.
last week.
Last week we built some badass. Well, we only ended up doing the Jeep, but we could have done the Daytona. But man, that thing was cool.
Durango.
That's right. Thank you.
Durango.
That's a Daytona.
Yeah. So I mean, now we're focused on Europe, and I think we decided we would go Porsche first.
Gosh, German.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the Porsche first because it's like the only other one that has pricing.
Right.
And so we're gonna have to do like we did on the previous build series for the Lamborghini and the Aston Martin, and we're kind of just
Which really sucks because we won't even get a close approximation of what optioned up those cars really cost.
yeah. What did we do for like the Ferrari and stuff? We just got the average price, right?
One of
We
them
did
we had
that.
a car and driver as
Yeah.
tested. The
Yeah,
Aston was
yeah,
the car
yeah.
and driver as tested price
Right.
because they had every option.
Right.
We might have to do something like that then. But we'll deal with that at a later date. This week we are going to do the Porsche.
Indeed. And that means we're going to be looking at the Porsche Cayenne Turbo SE Hybrid, I believe it's called,
Dude,
which is,
Can you guys see that?
that's a mouthful, man.
we can see
Okay.
that. Yes.
So we
Turbo
got
Hybrid SE Alpha Omega.
Let's see.
Whoops.
wait, I didn't. Yeah, that is my fault. I would just want to look at all the pretty Porsches
We
before
should just build one of these. These are cool. Wait. Oh, can we build a shooting brake? That's almost like an SUV.
Shooting brake is an English term.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Only Aston Martins use the term shooting brake.
So wait, so what's the difference between a Macan and a turbo? Is the Macan like
The
I'm
Macan
sorry,
is
Macan
a
Cayenne.
smaller wheelbase, smaller overall size.
It's like a car chassis based one.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
Whereas the Cayenne is a full size SUV.
Okay,
Wait,
so
so if
we've
shooting
got
brake is British, then what's the German equivalent, Rob?
I think they call them station wagons, my man.
Shooting
Oh
brake.
wait, whoa. We got one better than the Turbo SE Hybrid Coupe.
What's that?
We got the Turbo GT. Look at this bad boy right here.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, you know what? You're gonna have to check horsepower figures on both of those models, because I was under the impression that the hybrid is the most powerful.
Well,
Hey,
I
how
don't know
can
if
they-
it's more power. It's more expensive.
How can they call that a turbo hybrid SE or turbo SE hybrid coupe when there's 4 doors?
You know, oh, we can have this
Well,
conversation.
there's two models there, you see.
Yeah,
No, but he's
see,
saying,
one
how
has-
is he calling a
one has
four-door
the
a coupe?
slope-
Right,
has the
and
slope back,
I'm
and the
explaining
door-
it. To the left of that one is the Cayenne Turbo SE hybrid.
Yes, and then the
And-
one right next to it has like the sloped kind of back, and that's
Correct.
called
So
the
they
coupe.
call it a coupe.
That's dumb. It has 4 doors. It's a
Yeah,
sedan.
Mercedes is doing the same thing, though. They call things coupes. That, the traditional definition of a coupe
Coupe.
versus a sedan or coupe, if you like, is how the B pillar configuration is and stuff. And automakers have abandoned that pretty much, and they'll call anything a coupe now if it has a low roof line. I
Well,
think
they basically changed the definition.
they
And I
did.
was reading in the comments where people were arguing about that. And
Mhm.
really, at the end of the day, I grew to hate both sides of the argument because I thought everybody arguing online was an idiot. But
Everybody online is an idiot, so
but I find myself in my fair share of discussions, so I must hate myself as well. Like I must include myself among the idiots.
Right.
So,
Kurt Cobain had an unreleased Nirvana song called "I Hate Myself and I Want to Die." So,
Yeesh.
well,
Kind of prophetic.
if you're self-loathing and you find yourself arguing with strangers online, you might want to take a listen to "I Hate Myself and Want to Die." So
All right. So if we're looking here, we've got we got more power.
Yeah, the GT
But
is
we have-
faster.
Yeah. So what do you how do you want to play this?
I'd rather go with the GT to be honest with you, since even though it's a little less powerful, the 0 to 60 is faster.
As
Yeah,
is the top
um,
speed.
Something else that I think we need to take into consideration is the fact that since this is new, are we going to have specs and things like that? Are we going to be able to find any information on the performance metrics?
That's a good question. Although I would venture to say we have specs right here.
Yeah.
We don't have a quarter mile, but the handling, like skid pad numbers and stuff, are probably going to be the same. So, we could look at numbers from the e-hybrid or even just the Cayenne Turbo S.
Well, remember that there is an inherent difference with the E model because it's going to have batteries.
That is true, but the Turbo S is a non-hybrid, and I pretty much can guarantee you it's the same suspension geometry as this. So the handling is probably very similar, if not identical.
Hey, does anything change if you click on SUV versus coupe?
Where do you see that? Oh,
I like the SUV better. It does look like a frog.
I also think I'd prefer to do the GT because it's non-electric, and it's a little bit of apples and oranges because all the other trucks we're comparing it to are non-electric as well.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
okay.
we said that like we would be open to doing the hybrid because when we did the supercar shootout, the NSX was a hybrid. But given the option, we wouldn't have selected the hybrid. And so since we have an option here, I think, Rob, we should go with the GT.
You agree, Greg?
I do.
Okay.
My only possible qualm is that if you look at the roof line, this isn't very SUV-ish.
Yeah.
I wish they had an SUV version.
Yeah,
So this actually has the coupe
Mm-hmm.
roof line.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't
is in the
notice that.
coupe or whatever category. I don't want to call this a coupe. I have a problem with that. Like I don't like that coming out of my mouth.
It is different from the SUV version quite a bit. I mean, look at that roof line.
Like here's the SUV ones. Look at that back hatch.
Yeah. I didn't notice.
Call it the car version.
Well, then I guess I was right. Really, the top of the line Cayenne SUV is this one, the Turbo SE Hybrid.
Yes, sir.
But hold on, they had like some turbo.
Yeah, but these are all coupes.
Yeah, this is basically a car.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was just the coupe version of the.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, now that I realize,
I say in the interest of moving this thing along, we just pick this SE hybrid, the SUV.
Yeah.
It is a true SUV, and let's do it.
think I agree with you.
Oh, there we go. You see where I stand on it. I click it.
Gotcha.
All right, so special colors are $3,100.
Greg, we're frozen up. You're already seeing that?
Yeah, I'm not seeing the updated screen here, Greg.
Oh, that would be because Porsche, in their infinite wisdom and web design,
it's a pop-up window.
Yes, let's see.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and do that, and then I will reshare that screen. So
Rob, I noticed you call it Porsche.
That is the proper.
Is it like nails on a chalkboard when you hear somebody say Porsche?
No, not at all, because I called it Porsche for most of my life, but the proper name is Porsche, and like you wouldn't call I don't know. I was going to make an analogy, but I can't think of one at the moment. But
Tomato.
What are you guys seeing right now?
I am seeing the configurator now.
You got it.
Boy,
so
those
did you see it just changed to black?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure what window you have because I have like 6 open because I'm dumb.
Yeah, those. Wow, the stock wheels suck.
Yeah,
Yes,
Porsche and Tesla use the same wheels. That's cool.
Oof. We're gonna have to pick a different wheel for sure. On German cars, my preference is always silver, since that was the traditional racing color.
Well, like this kind of silver or that one?
No. Under special colors, the first one is. Oh no,
that's chalk. That's like a taupe.
Why is there no iridium silver?
Well, I mean, there's dolomite.
I guess that's it.
Dolomite. Wait, that's something else. Sorry.
Man, that is a boring car.
It is, but like, you know, if I'm buying a Ferrari, it's going to be Rosso Corso red. If I'm buying an Aston,
listen, a Ferrari is different than this thing, and I agree with you there. But dude, you buy this thing in silver, and it looks like every other crossover.
Okay, if you want to do it that way, the chalk is a gray color. I see them all over the place, and I happen to really like chalk. This isn't a car that you want in like bright red.
No, I don't think so either. What about that khaki color, Greg?
Cashmere beige. I have an aversion to this color vehicle.
Yeah, that's kind of that Lexus color from the 90s that I hate.
I thought I was gonna like it. I do not like it. White. I think white maybe.
I mean, we can do like plain white, or what do they call that? Carrera white metallic.
Damn it, Rob, you're right. The best color on this freaking car is silver.
I know.
See, I like that, but I don't think it fits the car.
Porsches always look great in silver, but I like that chalk too.
Well, the thing is, like, most cars look great in silver. That's why most cars on the road are silver, but it's boring.
Rob, on chalk in person, since you said they run around all over the place, does it have as much tan in it as it looks like in this picture?
No, it just looks like a very, very, very pale gray. Like very pale gray.
I still like that silver better.
So do silver. I'm
good with the silver. I mean, you know, you can always win me over with silver.
Let's just hurry up and get rid of those wheels before I throw up on my screen. Yuck, those are bad too.
Yeah.
Don't like those.
What's the top? Let's just go through all of them. No, too busy. Those are okay, but you can get larger wheels than that. Those are great, but you can get larger.
No.
I thought I was gonna like this car a lot more. Now that we're building it, so far. Not a fan.
I'm
I
not in
think-
love with any of them.
I think that one is the best wheel.
Which one? This one or the one?
Yeah,
I
the
was-
one you just chose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that's really the only option.
You know, you boys know how much I love my graphite colored wheels. So
I thought
Especially
I was,
with a silver car, like a lighter silver car. That's a good
I
combo.
thought I was gonna
Yeah.
like those mesh ones, the second ones, but they
These
don't look
guys?
good on.
it's too busy, man. You want to,
Well-
and if you're into washing your own car, good luck with those.
Well, also, if you look real close, that's not really a mesh. There are two distinct different patterns on there.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
it's like twin 5-spoke. You know,
It's like the
two
Mach 1
5-spokes.
wheels.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't like that.
I bet they look stellar on
It,
a.
would- it
on
would
a
take
pallet.
10 minutes per wheel to stick a bristle brush in between them to clean all those spokes.
They would look great on any of the Porsche cars, I think, but not this thing.
I really dig these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these look they're classic. They're
Yeah.
a classic design.
They're classic and I dig the graphite. I know you guys are gonna opt for a red interior, but I think
Well, let's see.
black is killer.
Silver on red does usually look pretty good.
Those seats are pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Mhm. The
Looks
whole
good.
interior is
It's a little busy.
super
Not
cool.
gonna lie. Little bit command center. It's cool, but it looks like something out of like the early 90s as far as sci-fi.
Yeah, but check this out, right? Like, so all of this is all futuristic, and that's fine and good and everything. And then look up on the center of the dash. There's like there's an analog clock.
Yeah. They do that on purpose. Maserati does that on purpose too. Every Maserati comes with an analog clock on the dash. And I think with this car, it's part of the Sport Chrono package, which that clock acts as a lap timer as well.
Does it come with Porsche shoes and
I'm not digging the red.
sunglasses?
Neither am
Porsche
I.
shoes.
I
No,
like-
but you can get $800. I'm sure you can get $800 carpet mats, Vinny. You'll be excited about that. Huh? Yuck. Try
Um,
keeping that clean.
silver, I definitely like that red interior. I know you guys don't, so I just
No, hey, who said I don't? I mean, the red stuff is starting to grow on me a little bit.
I like it. Especially with the silver exterior. I think red adds
I mean,
some
look at
kind of
that.
flash to it.
It's that's kind of sharp, and it's not an obnoxious red. But it's not like burgundy either. I like
Yeah.
it.
It's more red than oxblood, but not like, super bright.
Oh, there it is right there. They call it Bordeaux red. It's like a red wine. There you go.
If you guys don't want that, I'm cool with black.
I mean, I'm good with this. Honestly,
Okay.
it just
I think it looks cool from the outside of the car, like silver, but then you have that pop of red on the inside.
let's see if they show anything where you can see. You can kind of see the tinge
The
of
very
red.
first photo shows it.
I
How
kind of
many-
like the red, but it clashes with those brakes.
Well,
We might be able to change the color of the calipers.
I
you
kinda-
better be able to change the color of that caliper.
I kind of like the I kind of like the neon or
Yeah.
Dayglow yellow or whatever color that is. I've been looking brakes a lot lately for some reason.
Booger green brake calipers? No thanks.
But you like shock yellow though.
The
Yeah.
whole car, not just the brake. Like you're building like a subdued SUV and then you got like these bright ass brakes. No thanks.
All right, seats.
You want the 18 way.
I like it says memory. It better be because once I set that, I'm never getting it right again.
Yeah. Options, packages.
What is the premium package plus? 4-zone climate control. LED. Okay.
headlights, seat
I'm
ventilation.
sold on the headlights.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
say go for those.
Yep. I think I'm good on that.
Of
Ooh.
course, you have to.
But do you want it in
Says-
black?
I don't care for the black surround.
But on silver.
It just looks aftermarket to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that kind of looks cheap to me.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like eBay tinted crap.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
like it.
That's not the black one, just so you know.
Yeah, that's the standard.
That still looks pretty black to me. So I think I'm okay with that.
Ventilated. Oh, let's get massage seats front and rear.
They have massage seats?
Massage and ventilation.
Wait, why am I going to get rear? I don't care about my passengers. It's all about me.
Sociopath.
I'm a sociopath because I won't spend the extra grand to get massage seats in the back of my Porsche.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself.
Can I just get like more massage for my seat instead?
Double the massage. Oh, I could have said something off-color joke, but I'm glad I didn't.
Boom, boom.
This might be a good time for a break.
Wait a minute. It's trying to tell us we have to go to the 14-way seat.
What? Well.
Only 14?
Oh, it's because you can't have the massage with the 18.
Well,
so what are we doing here?
Have them funky massage seats, right?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I accept those changes. All right.
What's an assistance package for $6,200?
Heads-up display win. Sorry. So it comes with heads-up display, surround view, night vision assist.
Because I'm going to take this thing to the track. I need heads-up display.
No, this is just going to allow me to be even more irresponsible when I'm driving.
Okay.
Oh God, $6,200. Maybe I shouldn't have been so quick on that.
Criticize like all the cars for not having a heads-up display. I wouldn't pay $6,200, not in this car.
Really? You're going to quibble over $6,200 in a $179,000 car?
It's going to be a lot more than 179,000 by the time we're done.
Oh my God. Not even if I was a billionaire.
Oh, okay. So you can't change the color. You can just delete the acid green accents.
Let's see what that looks like. Where is the acid green they're deleting?
The calipers.
Oh, it does the calipers.
E-hybrid logos.
I'd love to get rid of those calipers.
It changes them to black, it says.
I'm better with that than.
Well, I mean, it's free. That's the thing. At least that's cool that they're not charging you to get rid of that. But why does it look yellow on this?
I don't know.
Roof rails in aluminum finish. Oh, I didn't mean to click it for sure, but
yeah, get rid of those.
No, it adds them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you want them in aluminum, or I'm sure they come in black or body color?
Yeah, let me unclick that. Sorry. Because
yeah.
here it is, and that looks kind of sharp.
I like
the silver car. It's the same price. Wait. Oh, and we have to get. Wait, what?
I don't want high gloss black.
No.
Window trim.
That right there.
It's just like.
So.
Just whatever. Either if you want roof rails, I just do the aluminum.
Now it looks bald.
There we go.
Sport design package. Oh, here you go, Greg. Lots of carbon fiber.
No, okay, the C-Black. Okay, yeah.
$8,000.
I mean, obviously we have to do it.
Just wait until we have to go through. You can select the finish on your AC vents. You can make your AC vents leather, body color, aluminum.
Yeah, look at that.
That actually looks pretty good.
Why can't I get my roof rails in carbon fiber, Porsche, huh?
I wouldn't pay $8,000 for that, but.
Well, you're not paying for any of this, so.
True.
It's make-believe money.
Yeah, the number of Jackson quiet. Jaxie.
And you said absolutely not the black trim, right?
I just don't dig that.
Okay.
I think it's too much black. Like a little chrome in there.
Here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this. I used to think this was so stupid, and they've started to grow on me. The puddle lights.
If that floats your boat, young Gregory.
I mean,
as you said, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, so. I used to think it was the dumbest thing in the world. And now I'm kind of like, I would never put them on my car, but if they came with it, I'd kind of be like, cool.
Would you look at the number of ridiculous options that Porsche gives you? I've always been fascinated at, some of our builds, like the one we just did, the Grand Cherokee, there were like 10 decisions to be made, including colors. And here there's going to be, I'd say there's easily 100 choices we're going to have to make.
So, well, here's the thing. Do we want,
No,
no,
please.
I'm saying, do we want it in black or red or silver?
The
I don't
answer
want
is
any of
no.
it.
We want no
I
options.
want
I think
no part of
the
it.
red looks kind of sharp, but look at
What are we selecting?
this.
Freaking logo color?
Yeah.
For $310.
It's black. You pick black because it
Or
matches.
just don't put any logo there. It's a sticker.
We
That's how angry I
found
am.
Rob's button. We found Rob's button here.
That is how angry I just got. It's a sticker for $310. It's not even metal or anything.
Oh, I
It's a
thought it was.
bloody-
It was like
What's Arturum? Oh,
Oh God, Greg.
I want to see what they are.
Don't make me drive to Arizona right now.
Oh, we could get the GT500 stripes on the Porsche.
Oh,
You don't want this, Rob?
I'm gonna take a nap when you guys are
Go
ready
back,
to
see what
continue
he
the
does.
build. Let me know.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
You don't want that?
No.
Oh my god. Oh. Satin black. Oh, we're in the back.
Greg, you're like a kid in a Toys R Us.
Isn't that the whole point of this?
You're like a kid.
Yeah, I just don't, I just don't do these things when I build my cars personally. I just don't care about this stuff. Plus, if there's a shortage on the amber sticker, it's going to hold up your delivery for a month until they get those stickers in. So,
Rob, what if you come out to your Grand Cherokee tomorrow and there's stickers on it?
See,
Like,
what I don't think Rob knows is that I have a vinyl cutter.
yeah, that one of you have surreptitiously driven all the way to Malibu to deface my car.
I've done less for more. Or more for less.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, do we want an exclusive design fuel cap
Of course.
for $160? Oh
Here,
yeah.
get it.
Let's go to performance.
Wait, we still have rear wiper trim, Rob.
Oh God, maybe we can just skip ahead to performance.
Our viewers are like, the viewer count is just like dropping dramatically.
What is the extended exterior? Oh no, I can
It's
tell you
like
right now.
Everything's black.
Okay. All right,
Performance.
performance. There you go. Here, I'll hide all this so I'm not tempted to go back and.
Yeah, please.
All right, so the 8-speed Tiptronic S is standard.
Right. Look at the Sport Chrono package. It's actually quite interesting.
Ooh, that's not really analog. That's pretty cool.
But it gives you a lot of like track features. Actually.
Yeah, it actually, you're right. It gives you your different driving modes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So this is like going from 101 to 201 in the Mustang.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty big package.
And it's free. Oh, only in conjunction with the off-road package.
You can get an off-road package. Come with butt tires. Get it.
What's the off-road package?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find that. It just says it's not in.
Do we want to slap a Magnaflow or Borla on this thing, or do we want to pay Porsche $3,200 for a sport exhaust? Good Lord.
Dude, this thing would be. Have they made one of these into like a rally vehicle? Cool.
I'm sure these have raced the Paris Dakar.
Yeah, they had to have, right?
Do we want it in silver or black?
Silver.
Okay. Rear axle steering? What?
Oh, these are so cool. Okay, now I like this car again.
Okay, I'm down with that. What are big brakes? What do we got here? What?
Wow. Their ceramic brake package is only $900. Isn't
Well,
it
I mean, think
usually
about
like 8,000 on Mercedes?
well,
and
because think
stuff?
about the base brakes you're getting. They're already most of the upgrades.
Yeah, but like Mercedes charges you like $8,500 for a ceramic. Ah, there you go.
I'm sorry, did we see that there are 10 piston front calipers?
Holy
Hmm.
hell.
Okay.
Was that Paris Dakar?
Yeah. Check this
Yeah.
out, Greg.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Pretty cool. I like it. It's not this thing, but it's pretty cool.
Oh, so here, if you want the Sport Chrono package without the off-road package, you can do this, and it comes with the.
But we still haven't found out what the off-road package is.
I know.
We'll select this for the time being, and then if we want to do the off-road package, we'll.
Okay, because I do like the way that looks better than the Compass. It's not in performance anywhere. Am I just completely?
No, I didn't see it either. We'll go back to the info on the off-road Sport Chrono package. See if it mentions what the off-road.
It doesn't say anything about the off-road package other than it's only in conjunction with. All right.
Okay.
So where?
Okay.
I wonder if it's under. So we did that. Lights and Vision.
Wasn't that a David Bowie album?
Lights and Vision.
It's
So we have the upgraded
Sounds and Vision or something like that was Bowie's album. So we have the LED.
Oh, do you want to be Ricer and get the clear LEDs? We'll go back into like the late 90s Honda Civic.
My
fart can.
$199,000 Ricer. I'll
I
take
believe
a
they're
range
called
check.
Alteza.
Yeah, well, they're called Altezas because they came on the Toyota Alteza.
No, you got to say Alteza because it's fancy.
And we're fancy lads.
Fancy like Applebee's. What?
that commercial got real annoying real quick, didn't it?
Mhm.
As soon as anything goes quote unquote viral, I peace out. I'm just done.
I'm really into this thermally and noise insulated laminated glass.
That's a must.
Yeah, I really think
What is going on?
You'd be the only person in history to walk into a Porsche dealer and option their car this way, Greg. Of course, it'd have amber Porsche logos all over the sides too.
all right. Heads, all this stuff's already included. Adaptive cruise control. Do we want that?
Yeah. No, well, I don't know. How do you guys feel about adaptive cruise control? The first car I drove with it was my mom's car. She has a Honda, whatever their crossover is. And I was driving and I had the cruise control on. And before I, could reach my foot down to hit the brake because I was approaching another vehicle, the car did it by itself. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I was like, oh, this is adaptive cruise control.
Mm-hmm. I had it, my ex-wife's Grand Cherokee had it. And I think I used it once. Like we drove up to Sonoma and on the 5, it was okay. It was just like, I'm not a big user of cruise control ever.
Really?
I kind of like to,
Yeah, okay, if I'm on a racetrack, of course, but if I'm logging some serious miles, which I have many times in a lot of my vehicles, I love cruise control.
Yep.
And I'm still not sure whether or not I prefer adaptive or conventional. I don't know. What do you think, Greg?
I've never driven adaptive, but I love my cruise control, so I'm tempted to
go ahead.
I mean,
We're not paying for it.
Well, the problem is I actually opted not to have that package in the Mustang when I was getting it because I didn't want something in control of my brakes. I don't know. I know that's kind of an old fashioned.
It is kind of weird, but you're
Oh,
not telling me a $200,000 Porsche without cruise control.
Yeah.
we have to make choices here.
Oh, no, you're not getting my heads-up display.
You have to
So-
get rid of heads-up display if you want.
Well,
cruise
you can drag it back, but then it's like it costs a lot more money.
Oh, because it's
Oh.
alert.
Wait. Adaptive cruise control is already in our.
Oh, well then
Oh, yeah, never mind.
um,
Saw what?
you just close the door to the point where it touches the jam, and it closes the rest of the way for you.
I feel like that's something that would just break.
Just break, or just you'd forget about it because you're so programmed to just close a door that you've spent $780 on something you never use.
Yeah. Well, like I have toolboxes that have that soft close thing where you just kind of like fling it, and when it catches to a certain point, it pulls it in.
I have a toilet seat that does that. It's really cool.
Oh,
Uh,
you guys.
heated windshield.
Can you get Gatling guns out of the headlights?
Mm.
Not in California.
Yeah.
An
Oh,
ionizer.
don't do the ionizer, please.
Come on, man. I have breathing stuff.
No, but that's not what it does.
It
puts
is.
fragrance through the air conditioning, so you're breathing pine or
Oh, what can they use?
winter fresh.
No, it says it uses ionization technology to improve air quality. in the
Oh,
vehicle.
okay, that I can deal with. I thought it was like a fragrance.
No,
Generator.
they couldn't call that an ionizer.
What's
Can I
an
get a neuralizer up in this?
What's an yeah, what is this? The gear selector.
Specifically designed.
Oh, forget that. That I supremely don't care about.
I'm sorry. What exactly is it?
Different gear shift.
Is it electric versus non? Like where?
No, it's just styled differently for almost $1,000. That would
I
be
get an 8-ball instead.
a what?
An 8-ball.
I really want to make a joke about how much an 8-ball costs, but the problem is I have no idea what an 8-ball costs. So
Yeah, this is a family show.
Yeah, very relax.
We've already got ventilated seats
Yes,
as
we
part
do.
of our package.
well, we have
And
massage.
massage. I hate high gloss black.
What?
Piano black scratches.
You can get it
Like
in
you
there.
can breathe on it without it scratching. I hate it.
Rob, why would you drive this car in anything other than white gloves?
True.
Could you imagine having a vomiting child in the back? But hey, he's getting massaged. It's squeezing it out of him like a tube of toothpaste.
God.
That's vile.
This is why I'm not a parent.
Mm.
No, we drove the Porsche, kid. You got to walk home. You got to take the bus. Sure, public transportation at 6 years old by yourself, totally safe.
Build character.
Oh
You
my
want-
God. Vehicle keys painted? What?
Oh yeah, that's a thing with Porsches.
It's just useless.
$540.
Useless.
Oh, check that out. So you can get it'll color match, but with not the color of your vehicle.
Yikes.
What? The smoking package? Oh, see, I expected that it came with like cigarette holders long, like Cruella de Vil.
No, I think it's just a lighter and an ashtray instead of like cup holders or something.
Yeah, ashtrays and lighters in the center console.
Yeah. You want your Bordeaux seatbelts?
You know, I think I want that. I don't know why, but I want that. We'll get a fire extinguisher.
You want them in Bordeaux or truffle brown?
Well, here's the problem. We have red seats. I don't think we can do it in red. I don't think it would match. I don't think. What were our two colors? Because we had
It was Bordeaux and black.
Bordeaux and black. Okay. So, well, our options are slate gray, graphite blue, truffle brown, Cohiba brown, Mojave beige. Do they not just have black?
Yeah,
They don't.
black.
They don't have black. Oh, maybe they just come in black.
It comes in black. Yeah.
Standard. You peasants.
Plebeians.
Okay. Central tack? What? Whoa, what?
Different
would you
color
have it?
tack? I have no idea, but I would just be skating through these options like we've done already. Air vent slats in exterior color.
Wow.
You got to be kidding! It's $2,300. Wow. There are just people out there ready to burn up money. I wonder if anybody's actually ever ordered their air vent surrounds in exterior color for that much money. Do you think Kim Kardashian has color keyed air slats?
I'm gonna say
I don't want to get into what I think Kim Kardashian has. Interior trim and leather?
Oh yeah, leather dash. I dig that. My Grand Cherokee has a stitched leather dash, and I love it.
I kind of like that. What do you think, Vinny?
my C10 has a cracked dash.
It has a piece of carpet laying over it.
Exactly.
My 94 Explorer has like a 2-inch crack down the middle of the dash. You can like hold things in it.
Yeah, life hack for all of our viewers out there. If you have a cracked dash, just buy a carpet cover.
There you go. All right, Vinny, deep pile floor mats with leather edging.
How much?
$1,070, or
get them for $650 because we get the Rob price.
To top that, bespoke floor mats with leather edging. What do you think bespoke connotates?
Wow.
Where do you see that? I'm busy picking center consoles.
Where I'm well below you because you're just dawdling with.
You're not having any fun. You're no fun.
Yeah, bespoke, man. They Brooks Brothers makes these floor mats.
What about personalized?
It's like Prada with a Porsche.
What if it says bespoke, or what if it said like specially made for Rob Finkelman and the floor mats?
Well, it does. Look, personalized design.
Sticker.
It does. Look, personalized design element. It does.
So you can put anything you want on this floor mat?
I'm guessing they're not
any design you want, really?
I'm guessing so.
They'll even do off color design.
For $1,680, they better put whatever I send them.
I'll just put a bunch of emojis.
What?
I clicked it and look what it's doing.
Oh,
we get to personalize it.
Oh my God.
Porsche, what are you doing?
Oh my God. Invest these resources elsewhere.
Yeah, seriously, just throw in the LEDs headlights for free and just do away with bespoke mats. Lord, this is so OCD and weird and
wow.
This is crazy.
Will this change if I change it?
This might be the craziest thing I've ever seen in a configurator. This is just
Hey, we're gonna do this for Post Malone real quick.
do 666.
But
See if you can
There,
see if you can ride the devil.
it's not like okay. I thought it wasn't gonna let me do this for Post Malone.
420.
wow.
Okay, can we go back? Because
Sorry.
now we only have one viewer left, and it's my mother.
So I'm guessing we're not spending $1,700 on floor mats, right?
I'm gonna skip that personally.
Okay.
And you can skip Race Tech wood, carbon fiber. Well, you're gonna want to look at the carbon fiber, but all
Where
the
did you see-
interior trims I could care less about. But they do have carbon fiber, so
Oh, well, I don't even need to know what it is. Yes, we're just gonna click all these buttons. Accept. Oh, I gotta take away. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, whoa. $4,000 for bespoke door sill carbon fiber guards.
I know that we criticize some of the other builds that we've done for not having enough customization. Can we criticize this one for having too many options?
I told you it was going to be this way. I've built Porsches before and like guffawed at, like on 911s, you have a choice between standard leather Alcantara or custom sun visors, and it's a $700 option, but and you're just like, my God, like, why bother with all these options?
You
it
guys,
just means they have to stock these parts somewhere.
But are you seeing this? I picked
Yeah.
a carbon fiber owner's manual cover, and they're asking me what color edging I would like on that.
Well, it's got to match.
Obviously, I've just spent 1, 5, 6.5. I've just spent $7,500 on carbon fiber.
Now, are you happy?
I'm never happy.
Has it filled that hole in?
No, it really hasn't.
No.
All right. So audio and communication. Smartphone compartment with wireless charging. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it's $700 cool, but it's kind of cool. What do you think?
It comes stock on a whole lot of American cars, standard, I should say, but
Burmeister surround sound system.
super high-end audio manufacturer, Burmeister.
$5,800. I would hope so, but
well,
yes
their
no?
CD players are like $30,000.
So is that a yes?
I never go for the high-end stereo in cars because these days the basic system is usually sufficient for my needs. And if I was going to go really have a kick-ass sound system, I wouldn't get the factory upgraded system. I'd do totally custom.
Okay, am I a sociopath, Rob, if I don't want to get the Porsche rear seat entertainment system?
No, I will give you that one. You're just a malignant narcissist, not a full-blown sociopath.
E-mobility.
What is a NEMA? Can you explain that to me?
NEMA is like the National Electrical Manufacturers Association.
Okay.
But like a 1450 is
like these are European.
Yeah, but the 1450 is the socket, like the 50 amp RV socket.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's the big boy. So I'm guessing that's what we would choose, so that you could have 50 amp service from your Porsche. I mean, I'm guessing like it. Do you really get 50? I mean, you could run a welder off your
because I don't know how many times I've needed to weld something from my car.
Well, I mean, what, you know, when you're TIG welding, you just carry along your TIG welder.
I don't own a TIG welder.
I mean, but wait a minute, is this
Never
a hybrid?
have.
Is this like a plug-in? Is this not like a regenerative?
Regenerative.
Thank you. Hybrid system, or is this like a plug-in hybrid?
I believe this is regenerative.
But why are they there's all these plug-in?
You got me, man. I'd be sailing past this stuff like the Nina Pinta in Santa Maria right now, but you're clicking every box.
Well, because it's free. Number one, I can't pass up anything that's free. But I don't understand this. I thought it was a hybrid. Why are we having to plug it in?
I think it's a regenerative.
The curse is on you.
I think it's the kind of hybrid where using the internal combustion engine charges the electrical system, which then puts power back in when demanded.
Ooh, do we want the Porsche experience? Yes, for $600. Yeah. If I bought a Corvette, I'd be picking it.
No, I want to pick it up in Leipzig. That's where I'm going to get my Porsche. European delivery, Leipzig.
But how are you going to get it back to the US?
Don't care.
That's like if I bought a C8, I'd be picking it up in Bowling Green and I would drive it home.
I just want my car delivered to the dealer closest to me.
Well, I mean, there's a Los Angeles Center. It's close to you.
I think it's down actually by the airport. I think I've passed it before. There's some sort of Porsche Center right off the 405.
Whoa. Dude, really, somebody else should have been running the thing this time, because I'm getting lost in the details.
What about Porsche snow chains? $524.
I've never driven with chains, so I have no idea how much they're supposed to cost.
I just want to see what they look like. Click on the info.
Where is it?
The last one.
They fancy.
They fancy.
Wow.
$524. I recall buying chains in New York when I still lived there back in the early 90s for $50, I think it was, for a set of 4.
How long before these are stolen?
Oh yeah, right away.
Like, I bet they don't even make it past the deal.
Deep ones off of eBay, but they were like $10. They're nice though. They're metal and they have like a enamel Jeep logo on them.
Both of Rob's Porsches have the Costco green caps because they're filled with nitrogen. And he didn't find it very funny when I told them that I prefer to put 80% nitrogen in my tires. See, look, there's a charging rack.
It's a plug-in hybrid, yeah. Yep. I was wrong.
I don't.
I have been wrong in the past.
Okay, I'm putting this in my garage because, you know, if I'm spending $211,000 on an SUV, I've got a 60 by 80 garage. So we're getting a pedestal. Oh, I can get more than. Oh, shit. I can get 10 pedestals if I want.
Let's just buy all of them.
By the way, I don't think we've actually. Oh, okay. There's the equipment. I was like, we haven't really altered the equipment price. That's kind of scaring me that we have not moved any numbers.
Maybe these aren't rolled into the financing, or
let's see,
which is why it doesn't reflect on the
Rob, here you go. All-weather floor mats, $165.
Must have.
And you can buy in quantities.
Must have.
Transport and protection. What the?
Bike racks.
I feel like we're just completely off the rails here at this point.
Oh, we've been off the rails for the past 15 minutes. Vinny took a nap. You didn't
No,
know.
I was trying to Google up the specs for this thing, like Nürburgring times and skid pad, but I couldn't find anything.
I can pretty much confirm for you all that GT 500 Nürburgring time we used was probably in error by about 25 seconds.
Well, but the fact that it disappeared off the internet
Yeah.
kind of tells you.
What was it, like a 711 or
Yeah, it was something
708?
ridiculous.
70 something. It was like
706 or something.
As soon as we saw that, you know, like later on that a Ferrari only does it in like 730, we should have been very suspect of that number.
I just think the car's that great.
Are we done?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You guys are supposed to be directing me. You're leaving my.
I don't want
devices.
any of this crap. I just
Okay.
I want to get to the.
Yeah, I want to get to the scoring. 40. What was $300 for a Type C smartphone charging cable?
$39.
Oh,
That's, dude. The best deal in this whole thing is an $11 microfiber cleaning cloth.
For one.
That is literally the best deal about this whole car.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, price gets me as big zero
yeah.
on this one. All right, so we ready? Are we gonna
Yes.
go
wait,
overview?
just keep scrolling down. Is that
We're all
as
the
far
way.
as it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear this.
Click summary up top.
What the hell do you see summary? Dude?
No, show overview.
In the middle up top.
Yeah, show overview. That's the next one, right?
No, up top, summary. There you go. Click away. All right.
All right, so base price, we have 45, so 165, 45 for equipment. Okay. 211, that's not that bad. So 215 after everything's
That
okay.
is a lot of money. That is a lot.
Wait, we got more accessories over here.
No.
Oh,
No,
well, hello.
No, and no,
Please, no more.
no mas.
There you go. We're all done.
Oh my God. That was the longest configuration in the RodCAST
The
history.
longest and most useless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was the longest. I think we've spent more time on other cars, but to Greg's point, it was time that was
Not
better.
well spent.
Not well spent.
Well, this time was not well spent. Good Lord. Don't care what color the stitching on the damn pamphlet is.
Or the fact that it was made out of carbon fiber.
I mean, that is kind of cool, but
Shall we, boys?
All right. Hold on. I'm entering the price right now because that's the thing that's going to change it. What did they say? It was 215 something, 215, 240. Whoa.
You know Excel pretty good. Can you make it to where when you enter the price for this thing, just like alarms and red flags start going off?
Clacks and sirens and stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, and did you say you have whatever performance data we need, Vinny?
No, I tried to find like the additional performance stuff that we were talking about, and I couldn't find it. Maybe you can. I don't know.
So, all right. So the first is power, 670 horsepower combined.
Below the Jeep.
It's not 717.
707 on the Jeep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't get the bump to 17 with the intake or anything.
707 it's not as much, and it's only when both are running. So in theory, it's a limited amount because it's not just until the fuel runs out.
Can you please remind, I think I gave a 4.8 to the Jeep.
That would imply I knew where last week's
That
that I did not close my window. Weird. Oh, there's Trackhawk. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you gave it. Oh, Yeah, you gave it a 4.9.
This will get a 4.5.
Okay.
I gave it a 4.8, right, Greg?
You both did 4.9s.
Okay. Yeah, this is hot on the heels. I'll give it a 4.6.
0.6. Okay. Well, here's my thing. Especially with the announcement of the Z06 today, that 670 number is pretty fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather have an 8,600 RPM, 670 horsepower.
Yeah, but it's apples and oranges.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So I'm probably going to score it a little bit harshly because what's on my mind today.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Z06 does not have bespoke floor mats in 82 different varieties.
No, but it does have wheels, so you can drive it to an
To where
upholstery
you
shop
wanna
and
go.
have them bespoke whatever the hell you want.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
670 is impressive.
Yep.
So I got it. I'll be fair. I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay.
Handling.
We
Well,
have numbers.
I don't even know the proper name for this thing. It's the Porsche Cayenne Turbo SE hybrid.
Yeah.
Turbo SE skid pad. Yeah,
I'm looking right now too. Are you finding anything, Greg?
not a damn thing.
Yeah.
How about we just go with the Turbo S numbers?
I would be willing to make that concession.
I mean, we have the 0 to 60. It was.
I mean, I have all the. Oh, wait a minute. I have SE hybrid numbers. They're just in the article about the Turbo S. That's weird, but okay. And it's reputable. It's Car and Driver. So I have the skid pad number for it.
Oh, nice.
And you're going to cry.
Huh.
1.01G.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Are you kidding?
No.
Wow.
Now keep in mind that's the 2020. So it's a year old. But
whoa.
1.01G.
Wow.
That's better than the Challenger.
That is better than a Dodge Challenger or a Dodge Charger.
I mean, that just gave it a 5 in my eyes.
Wow.
I mean, maybe that's emotion, but that's a 5. It's an SUV over 1G. Sorry.
I tend to agree. I mean, that's shocking.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shocking. Yeah.
What was the did we ever get a skid pad number for the
We did. It was.
Oh yeah, we did. It was 0.86 or something.
Yeah, and we were impressed by that, given the height of a Grand Cherokee.
We gave that thing a 4.5 for its.
This is a 5.
Yeah, it's got to be a 5 for sure.
That's impressive.
I'm genuinely wondering if we're looking at the class leader here, or
where did you find this, Greg? I'm not finding it.
It's Car and Driver's review of the 2021 Porsche Cayenne Turbo or Turbo S. And then if you scroll down to the specs for review, they have the 2020 Porsche Cayenne Turbo S E hybrid, and then the 2019 Cayenne Turbo.
I got it here. Yeah,
that is insane.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Lamborghini could potentially edge it, but I'm sorry, any SUV that's over 1G lateral, it gets a 5. I don't care if we have 2 5s in this category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we discussed that a little bit last week, that you can have 2 5s for different reasons.
Sure.
Even with different numbers.
Sure. Does this category also include quarter mile and 0 to 60?
No, that's performance, but I have.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're in handling. Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay. This is a 5.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
So then next is interior.
I was not impressed with the interior. It was kind of like, it was nice. I like the seats. I like the massage function. That's pretty cool. I didn't really like how busy everything was, like with the
That's interesting. That's one of my gripes too. There's a lot of buttons and a lot of going ons in
yeah, I
there.
wasn't crazy about that. I also didn't like how everything, like all those controls were actually mounted really low. So like none of them were up high to where while you're driving, you could like make adjustments. You'd have to like look down here, make the adjustments.
Well, it could be a lot of them are redundant on the steering wheel, that there are, steering wheel control
Granted,
menus and
I
stuff.
don't think so, because the gauges right behind the steering wheel were analog. They were like,
Were they?
yeah, they were like your tach and speedometer and stuff. And then you had your stupid clock up here, and then everything else down here. So I didn't like the layout of anything. I guess the highlight for the interior for me was the seats, and yeah, that was about it. So
Well, I guarantee the one thing to consider is the materials in this car are probably like top notch across the board. There's probably no plastic anywhere in the interior of this car.
said about the R8, and I wasn't crazy about that interior either. So it could be made out of like the best materials in the world, but if I'm not like stoked to look at it when I get in the car, then I don't really care. So
Greg, what did we all give the interior on the
well,
GT?
first off, I just want to announce I don't like my browser like paying attention to what I'm doing, but I just got an ad for a 2009 Porsche Cayenne. If you're interested,
Oh,
15,988.
oh, I am gonna race out after we're done.
And the headline is "You can save $113,162." I don't like that my browser is watching what I do. That's kind of creepy.
You have to give up a kidney. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but seriously, for 15,988,
yeah, but it's
that's
old.
not bad.
I mean, look at it; it's old.
Oh, yeah, it's 11 years old. Okay, I'm sorry, 12 years old. But we're back to the thing. Vinny was extra harsh. He was a 3.8 on the interior before.
Mhm.
You were at a 4.25, and I apparently liked it the most at 4.5.
I bet you the materials in this car are wonderful. I pretty much agree with Vinny on all of his comments. I thought it was a little too busy. I'm not a fan of tons of hard buttons in cars anymore. Touchscreen systems have gotten to the point where most of them, especially the one I use, which is Uconnect, which is throughout the Stellantis cars, is very, very good. And you can do everything from, there are redundant hard buttons on the dash of my Jeep. But everything can be controlled from the touchscreen down to seat warmers and God knows what else. Where was I? A 4.25 on the Jeep? I'll go 4.5 on this because although I like the layout of the Jeep better, I know the materials in this Porsche, blow those out of my Jeep out of the water. So that's
Where were you, Vinny?
It was, I was at a 3.8, and I kind of want to score this one harshly as well. I know the materials are nicer, but I actually like the layout less than on the Jeep, so I'd give it like a 3.5.
Okay. Now, I know I was talking a little bit of crap on the like 1990s Star Trek kind of thing, but I like that. However, like unlike you, Rob, I actually prefer hard buttons. With my Mustang, there's some climate control stuff that is only accessible via the touchscreen. I don't like that, especially for climate control.
Well, I would agree with you. Like climate control is something where you want two redundant systems.
Yeah,
that I agree with you.
Like I can't select the foot vent without going into the touchscreen. Like there is no button for my foot vent, and I actually use that a lot.
Right.
I don't know why Vinny just slid off camera. That's kind of funny, but
there he's back.
and
he's back.
like I feel like I'll split the difference with you guys and be a 4, simply because I don't mind all the buttons in the business. I mean, maybe I would hate it actually driving it every day, but looking at it, what we did, I kind of like it. I kind of dig on the crazy, like lots of buttons. I don't know if you saw, but I snuck in there the upgraded shift knob with the LEDs on it and stuff. I like that. That little gadgetry crap is cool to me. So, and I also put the Porsche crest on like everything they let me. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you guys saw that, but
Tick me down to a 4.4.
okay.
I'm a 4.5. Because I'm thinking about it, and it's like I don't like the layout either. I was trying to be fair and balanced by I didn't like the layout, but I know the materials are top notch, and I was trying to find a. But you guys scored significantly lower than me, so I'm going to take it down a notch.
Yeah, I mean, I think I scored pretty high. Like I think you probably like it less than I do, but I scored it lower than you.
That's my point. Yeah.
So okay, and then performance. I'll just read you the 0 to 60 is 3.2, which is actually a little surprising because I would think the electric would boost it, the hybrid part. Let's see, quarter miles 11.5 at 121. This says top speed. Oh yeah, 183 because we did not go with the GT. The GT's 186, so it's slightly different. Braking is 70 to 0, not 60 to 0, but 70 to 0, 149 feet.
Wow.
And I know that adding that 10 miles an hour really changes those numbers.
Yeah. Is that with, does it say if that car had this carbon ceramic package?
It does not. It had it. Oh, no, I take that back. It is the carbon ceramic package.
Okay.
So that is
well, those are serious numbers. I mean, it beats the Trackhawk to 60 by what, 1/10, 2/10?
2/10. It was 3.3, wasn't, or 3.4?
3.4.
I think it. Yeah. So
and it beats it in the quarter mile, which we were all super impressed
by half a second
Jeep with. Yeah. So the fact that this beats the Jeep in those metrics is pretty crazy. Where were the numbers on the Jeep?
The Jeep we were at, Vinny was a 4, you were a 4.7, I was a 4.5.
Well, if I was a 4.7 on the Jeep, I gotta go 4.8 on this. I wish I scored the Jeep a little lower now. Maybe like a 4.6.
But remember, the Jeep does it a little differently.
And it does it for half the price. Let's not forget that. But that doesn't, I mean, this category, we're strictly looking at numbers, price by performance comes later.
Where was I, Greg?
You were at 4. Wait, I'm sorry. I moved it. Yeah, you were at a 4.
Yeah, I guess I'll give this one like a 4.2.
I think that's kind of what everybody did. I bumped it up 0.2. Vinny, you bumped it up 0.2, and Robbie bumped it up 0.1 just because there's no room.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty stellar. So
yeah.
Now price.
And mind you, I mean, this is turbocharged, whereas the Trackhawk was supercharged. This also does have a mild hybrid system in it. Which means off the line. I'm actually surprised, given that it has a hybrid system, that the 0 to 60 number wasn't like in the high 2s.
Well, if it makes any difference, I'm looking at the powertrain. It actually has an AC motor, not a DC motor.
The difference in performance being,
I believe AC motors are more like high RPM NA,
as opposed to instant on.
Yeah,
torque.
I think. I'm not, someone to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know a ton about electric motors, but I'm pretty sure ACs are high RPM power, like they have to spin up kind of, and the DCs are the one that are just like grunt on, me go fast now.
Right, like Tesla.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay. And it's only 134 horsepower.
Yes.
Wow, wait a minute. If it's 134 horsepower motor, and it only bumps the G over the GT by 40 horsepower. The GT's
Are they
internal,
detuning the ICE and the turbo system on this car?
well, it shows the 4-liter V8 at 541 horsepower. So that's
And
almost that's
yeah.
100 horsepower less than the GT.
Huh.
So
Must be a super big turbo.
I don't know if we made the right call going with the hybrid. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the other one was a coupe. You know,
True.
it's
Yeah, I
not a
forgot about that.
traditional SUV. So
Yeah.
that's why we made the decision.
Yeah, forgot about that part. Okay.
So,
All right. Well, the next thing is price. I'm gonna just lead it off and be blunt. I think this is ridiculous. The pricing is ridiculous. The cost of this stuff. I mean, and really, we haven't gotten into the accessory pricing on other cars, but this is what's poking me here. These things are ridiculously priced. I mean, I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna say 1.5.
wow. Well, yeah, it's ridiculously priced, but whereas my argument last week was I just find it hard to plunk down 6 figures on a Jeep because it's a Jeep. This is a Porsche. It comes with a much higher standard of engineering, better materials inside and out, which I mean should cost more money. The fact that though that you're paying nearly double, no, actually more than double, for like a tenth or two of acceleration performance. The granted the road holding is insane on this thing. Those are car numbers. How they achieved that with a car with a center of gravity much higher, with a vehicle much higher center of gravity than a car is beyond me. But they are German and they are clever. I'm not quite as harsh on it. Although, when we got into some of the options with the air vents and the this and the that, it was just really kind of getting ridiculous to me. But those are things you don't have to buy. You just ignore them on the build sheet. Where was I price wise on the Jeep?
3.5.
I'll go like 2.8.
And do you need a reminder where you were, Vinny?
Yeah.
3. You were a flat 3.
Price on this one. And
actually, I think more accurately, this should be called pricing, not price. You know what I mean? Not because it's not actual dollar amount; it's the pricing of the vehicle that we're talking about.
Dude, I gave the Trackhawk a 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then this one's got to be a 0. Dude, this one's got to. Yeah, I remember. We talked about this last week. How the Trackhawk was like, yeah, it's a great car, but it's still a crap load of money, $100,000 for a Dodge. And I know what Rob was saying is like, this is a Porsche, right? So obviously it's going to cost more than a Dodge. But you compare the rest of the metrics, and it's like it's not that much better.
It's not double better. It's not double the car, double the vehicle.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's not double the car in terms of performance, but I guarantee you the interior is double what I've got in my garage right now.
Yeah, and the maintenance costs double, and I don't know, 1.5.
So you're right there with me. Where you just like, it's ridiculous. It's
kind of.
Yeah, bear in mind though that there are 2 cars left to build in this segment that are going to make this look bargain basement.
And I'll give them a 0.00 something.
Okay.
We'll get into the thousandths of a point.
I think, with equipment, I think it's possible to push the Lambo after over $500,000. So
yeah, we're gonna see how many zeros I can put into this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so next is X Factor.
To me, the X factor on the Jeep was a little better for me than what I'm considering on this, because amongst guys like us, like muscle car enthusiasts, the word Hellcat, it carries weight, right? Like anything with that badge on it, unless you've got a seriously built car, you probably shouldn't mess with that vehicle that has that Hellcat badge on it. It's like a Shelby badge, or a ZR1 or badge or something. You just don't mess with it. This thing, yeah, it's a Porsche that carries certain or Porsche, it carries certain cachet amongst people. I personally don't buy cars for cachet, and I never did. I've owned BMWs and I bought them for their handling, and performance for the money. Like 3 Series BMWs back in the early 2000s were hard to beat for what you get for the money. But that was back when you could get a 3 Series BMW in the 40s. You can't do that anymore. They're, to get performance versions, you're into the 60s now with those cars. I never bought a car in my life because of the logo that's on it, and I probably never will. One day I aspire to own a Ferrari. It's not going to be for that logo. It's going to be for the performance, history, and all of that. Porsche never got me like Ferrari does. And I know that's different. I know Jerry Seinfeld would sit down with us and argue because he owns like 200 different Porsches. That's his marquee. I just personally don't see the X factor beyond like, okay, a tall SUV that goes this fast, and more importantly to me, handles like a coupe. That's impressive, but we're going to build 2 other cars that might very well outhandle and outperform this. So remind me, please, of my number on the
3.
Jeep. 3. I'm going to go 2.5 on this. Just doesn't, I wouldn't buy one.
Okay. Well, see, partially what you were saying for me, Porsche isn't as wow, oh my god, I don't see it. I've had a Porsche in my driveway. Granted, it's not like it was a 911 or anything, but I see Porsches every time I go to Jamie's dad's house.
Yeah.
One of my old shop owners that we used to work with at the old magazine, his wife drove a Turbo Cayenne, a Turbo S.
Mm-hmm. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
here,
it's not. It's just not a wow, vehicle. And that's really not anything that's their fault. I mean, if anything, that's success, right? They're so successful and they sell so well that it hurts them. But it's not even a nameplate. It's just that it's such an everyday car to me.
But also consider the price range of this thing. It's in the price range of wow cars. You could have had that McLaren that we built, a couple of months ago, almost in the same price range as this thing, not too far away.
Yeah, but just as I said with the Jeep, I could have the Explorer ST and a Mach 1. I can have a Trackhawk and a Mach 1, right? And have 50 grand left over to go pay, somebody to make my carbon fiber with leather stitching, books.
Mm-hmm.
But all that said, 10 piston brakes, 1.01G. I feel like that's all needs to be extra rewarded in X Factor for me. So while I do find it kind of low on this end, I find some pretty impressive stuff over here.
Oh, you'll get no argument I can talk for myself, and I'm sure for Vinny as well, like pure numbers. this car's pretty insane for a 5,000 pound or more SUV. No question about that.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got to give it something. I can't just be like, it's boring. It's nothing. It does have some X factor, but I think I'm with you at 2.5. Like, it deserves some extra little kudos, just not a ton. Like, it's not like, oh my God, wow.
Have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then Vinny, where are you?
Greg, you said that it was kind of like this lackluster kind of car in some ways, and that it wasn't Porsche's fault.
Well, I wouldn't say lackluster. I would say not moving. You know what I mean? I lackluster sounds like there's something wrong with it. It just doesn't light my fire.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Lackluster, milquetoast, boring.
Okay. Yeah. Milk toast. Yeah. Okay. I'm just okay. Yeah.
But where I disagree with you is that it is Porsche's fault. There's like 4 colors on the palette, and they're all basically the same.
This is true. Yeah. Good point.
It's
Real good point on that.
boring. And then like you could give it some points or take them away for the amount of like customization involved in ordering one, right? Like you could probably just click a few options and be done. But it was a little bit overwhelming, like trying to make all the selections.
Well, let's be honest. If I'm spending 200, if I was really spending that kind of money, I love that I can tell it I want red stitching there and blue stitching there. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
If I'm really spending that money for what we're doing, yes, it's a little much.
Yeah, I agree. If you were really going to buy this car, you probably would go through every single one of those things and select what you want. But I guess I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it's good if you're into all that stuff like you are. But to charge for each one of those things like so much, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous.
So this is coming back to X Factor. So to me, it's kind of like when we first started talking about this series, I thought this was going to be one of the SUVs that I actually really liked, and it turned out to be, I think, probably one of the ones that I liked the least, for a number of reasons. We haven't gotten to appearance yet, but frankly, it was just kind of a boring looking vehicle to me, and that's huge, right?
To be fair, most SUVs are. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the joke about the 2020 SUV lineup, and it's like every SUV that has been introduced in 2020, they're all in white, and it's just like all stacked on top of each other, and they all look exactly the same because they're all designed in the wind tunnel. Like, I mean, realistically,
especially the Japanese ones. Like, if you took the badging off of every Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Acura, Toyota, and Nissan SUV, I guarantee you would not guess correctly beyond 100%. Like two of them.
Yeah, and the sad thing is the Porsche falls right in there. Like, you put
it looks different than those ones. Those are a lot more angular.
I don't know.
You would be able to pick out the Porsche right away, especially looking at the headlights. It looks like
its design is not part of the X factor. Let's agree to that. Yeah. I mean, it's a good looking car. I see them all the time in Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. It's not an ugly car. It looks like a Porsche. It has that sort of current Porsche design language.
It's got, exactly. It's got the design cues.
It ain't the Lamborghini Urus where when you see it, you go, good God, what a, that's a.
I guess that's what I'm rambling on about, trying to get at, is that I don't really see the X factor with this car.
That was my point too. I just, beyond those startling road holding numbers.
Yeah, I would give for X factor, I'd give this thing like a 2. Because I can't find it. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't have X factor, you don't have to give it anything.
Sure, these are
like, you can give it a
points,
0.
right?
Yeah, you can give it a 0, and you're not knocking it.
I still am very impressed by the performance numbers, the handling and braking. That was awesome. I wasn't expecting that out of this car. So for that, I'll give it the 2 points.
Okay, fair enough. And I mean, and then we go right into looks, which we just dove into. Do you want to ding it for being boring? I mean, it doesn't look bad.
It's not a bad looking car. It's not.
Yeah, it's
It's
plain.
not, and when you sit in a Porsche, there is an air of refinement to all of them, from the Cayman or the Boxster rather on up.
I don't know if I would agree with that. I've driven a
The
Boxster.
interiors.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an air of anything other than
Well,
this is fun to drive,
look,
honestly.
when you close the door on one of these things, it sounds a lot different than a Ford or a Dodge. I mean, it sounds like you're closing like a sarcophagus lid. The build quality is undeniable.
What a parallel to draw. Somebody's been watching too much History Channel.
I was gonna say coffin, but then I thought sarcophagus added a little flair to it.
Yeah, that's a good word. You don't hear
it. What did I give the Jeep?
You gave the Jeep a 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give the Porsche, like a 4 as well. I think it's certainly not an ugly car, but it doesn't stand out. What I liked about the Jeep was that my Jeep, which is just a non-SRT Grand Cherokee, looks nice, but it looks very common, whereas the SRT, they flared it out and made it, the hood and everything makes it look a lot more aggressive. So it's a better looking version of my SUV. So I gave it extra credit there. But I hated the Cayenne when it first came out, which was when, in the late 90s did it first launch?
I think it was
early 2000s.
Yeah,
early 2000s. The original design was really kind of poor. The taillights and the headlights were it just was not a great looking car. And I think over the years they have made it, they have refined it well. It's attractive. It's not startling looking by any means. And I think a car that costs this much money, I would certainly want a little bit more flair than this. So I think a 4 is about right.
That's fair. Vinny?
I think I gave the Trackhawk a 4 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I would give this one like a 3. It's
really,
you could spend obviously a couple $100,000. You could purchase every like aesthetic option for the exterior of this car,
including orange Porsche logos on the doors.
excluding like those, like the stickers and stuff, right? Like, but like the carbon, you could throw everything at it and it will still be boring, especially like in all the colors that it comes in. Like if you're sitting on the 405, first of all, you probably see 4 or 5 of them, in daytime,
and don't even know it.
Yeah, and not even really think about it because they're just so blah.
Yeah, it's not lusty. And for this guy, it's kind of, what's interesting, it's kind of the same problem I ran into when we did the Audi R8, which is not an ugly car. When you see it in person, it's very low, it's very wide, it's an aggressive looking car, but it's not lusty. And for the kind of money they were asking for that car, I wanted something,
Yeah, it doesn't match for me with this car, right? Like, so you get this incredible performance, but this kind of like just boring
pedestrian. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it has to be the Lamborghini or equivalent, but just give me something with a little bit more pizzazz. If I'm spending upwards of $200,000, I want people to know what I'm. Like this car is special. Your car is crap comparatively.
Yeah. Well, clearly, I mean, you felt that the Trackhawk delivered that with the hood and the flared arches and stuff like that. This car just doesn't. There's no, I'm with you. I totally understand.
My American sensibilities or whatever, like that's my taste. But yeah, I like that. It looks aggressive. This doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I
Greg?
gave the Trackhawk a 3 because I kind of thought it was boring. I mean, I'm sorry. We hashed that out. Let's not dig up old stuff, but I gave it a 3. I'm gonna do the same thing for kind of similar reasons. I mean, I do think this looks a little bit better than Trackhawk, but how are you gonna have a Porsche with such boring colors and such crappy wheels?
Oh, the wheels. We didn't even talk about the wheels.
How are you going to have a $215,000 SUV that in your marketing materials, the back looks like a Mazda 3? Like that's the angle. It looks like the back end of a Mazda 3.
Go, Greg, go.
It's not a bad looking car. I think the Mazda 3 is a very good looking vehicle. But again,
for the money,
that's a $26,000 car.
Exactly. This is a
10 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's not what I think it should be for the money, but I'm not saying it's bad.
Dude, I kind of want to knock mine down from a 3 because those wheels. Good God.
I think that wheel selection is trash. It's hot trash.
It's not Porsche's best wheel. Like on 911s, you have a varied selection of wheels that are not great either, but they were a lot better than this.
Well, can you explain to me what this deal with this like ridiculously wide tapered 5-spoke is? I love 5 spokes. I love 5 spokes.
I don't
what the
like
hell?
that either. Porsche's been doing that for a number of years now, that design. And you can get a similar wheel on the Caymans and the 911s as well. And I just don't dig it. You know, there's too much air there. You need more metal.
Mm-hmm. And the only one that we seem to like was the only one that was borderline traditional.
Yep.
Like I think they went a little too far off the reservation with that.
Yep.
I wonder where the Tesla SUV would stack up against all these.
We didn't even consider that because it's full electric. It's kind of apples and oranges, but
but we really didn't consider it because Elon Musk wouldn't come on our show.
Would you Elon Musk, Greg?
But truth be told, the Tesla SUV performance-wise kills all of these. Will kill the Lamborghini. But it's a full electric car, and it just makes it too different to be comparable.
Yeah.
But
as far as the value is concerned, I think it would also kind of win.
What is the plaid version of the Tesla SUV cost? Is it like $100,000,
106 or something?
Yeah, probably somewhere right around that Trackhawk.
Yeah. But I mean, could we give a negative X factor for the fact there's no vroom vroom noises?
No vroom vroom.
So I mean, we've got our scores.
I'm sorry to kind of throw that out there during this build. But maybe
I mean, it's a valid point. We were looking at hyper performance SUVs, and certainly the Tesla fits that criteria. But
I vote no, because then we have to include the stupid Mach-E.
Here, cue Greg saying, "You don't like the Mach-E? It's a great Ford."
No, you don't know Greg's opinion on this.
He doesn't know my opinion on this, does he?
No.
Oh, I guess I don't. You hate that? Oh, I know why. Call it, you'd like the car, call it anything you want but a Mustang.
Yes.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, dude. Right there, I'm with you. I saw it. I saw the pre-production model at the LA Auto Show a few years ago, and I was like, wow, great technology, great price point, great everything. Please don't call it a Mustang, because it has nothing to do with Mustang.
I would have been okay with Mach-E without the Mustang.
Yeah.
Like you could have kept the Mach-E.
Yep.
I still think the Model E would have been best. Because, and someone told me, they're like, oh, that's because Tesla has the copyright on Model E. But Elon Musk says that Ford has the trademark on Model E.
Wow. Either way, it was a huge mistake relating that to a Mustang. I agree with you there.
But I mean, like I said, I don't want to get into that, because everybody's like, at this point, you're either woke, And you're like, a Mustang can be whatever it wants to be. I mean, seriously, that's how you. Or you're like,
what do you
you're
think
like,
of Maki's surname? What do you think or not surname?
Pronouns.
What's the thing? He, she.
oh, I don't even know. I'm not even going to
What
touch
does
that with a
Maki
10-foot
call
pole.
itself? That sounds like the title of a Philip Dick novel. Like, do androids dream of electric sheep? What does Maki refer to itself as? Its pronoun. Anyway, where are we at?
The reason that I brought it up is because I started thinking about those wheels, and they reminded me of the Tesla wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started thinking about this car, and it actually looks pretty similar to the Tesla SUV in shape.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, but I would argue that I don't like the way Teslas look, but the Mach-E looks better than both of them. And it pains me to say that, but anyways, yeah, where were we, Greg? Were we scoring this?
Yeah, we're scoring this. So absolute numbers, only one of us came anywhere close to their Trackhawk number, and that's Rob. Rob was 28.85 on his Trackhawk, and he was 28 here. I was 27.25 on the Trackhawk. I'm 25.2 here. And Vinny, you were 27.95. Why are you in 5/10 increments? You were at 27.95 and you were at 23.8 here. So you really didn't like this.
Wow.
So now when you come into dollar per point, which is kind of where the value, right? Vinny's is obviously going to be the worst, but so the car's double the price, little more than double. But for Vinny's score, it's 3 times more expensive. With you on being on the other end, it's only like 2.2 times as expensive per point. So I mean the Trackhawk just it pulls a C8. It just destroys it on value. If we consider value per point, the actual value.
Well, it makes sense considering it's half the cost and yet offers virtually, let's say, the same performance in terms of acceleration, power. It's got more power than the Porsche does, you know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, as it should be for the prices, if you handed me a pair of keys and said, which one do you want to drive? I'm grabbing the Porsche. Like no money attached. I
might actually opt for the Trackhawk.
100%.
No, I'd grab the Porsche. I would.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with me being a Mopar guy. It's just a special, it's American, and it's a special car that probably won't exist in the next year when they stop production of that body.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no Trackhawk in the new Grand Cherokee lineup right now. They might do one, but chances are it's going to be a hybrid. You know, this is the last hurrah for a supercharged supercharged ICE Jeep that puts out over 700 horsepower. That's pretty special. I think with confidence I can say I would probably pick that over the Porsche. And now that might not be the case when we get to Aston Martin and Lamborghini. But
yeah,
Porsche just doesn't have enough pull for me, man. It's just
if money's taken out of the equation, it's not even hard. There's not even for me. It's literally grab the Stuttgart keys.
Okay,
like
fair enough.
Done.
Fair enough.
And what's funny is I don't know that my scores reflect that opinion. I don't think they do. I mean, it's just. Yeah, I mean, so money, no object. Yeah, I'm gonna if not money, no object, but just taken out of the equation, I'm grabbing the Porsche keys.
Fair enough.
I gotta be honest. I was a little bit disappointed by this build.
A little bit underwhelmed.
This is how I felt with the what was the one we did before the Aston Martin? Or maybe it was the one right after the Aston. Was the NSX where we just kind of felt like that?
No, it was the R8.
The R8. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
we were
exactly.
all underwhelmed.
That's it.
We were underwhelmed by both the R8 and the NSX. Like
but the R8 especially. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way.
Yeah, the two cars that really got us all were the McLaren and the Ferrari.
That McLaren.
And the C8 was kind of right there.
Well, the McLaren was a surprise, though. Like, we knew we were going to love the Ferrari. The McLaren was a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely feeling very R8.
I'd be interested to see if McLaren launches an SUV, because it's the only, at this point, Ferrari, which is in late stage development of their SUV, they're going to have it out next year. And McLaren hasn't really made any noise to that effect. So it would be the only like hypercar brand really that doesn't have an SUV. Rolls-Royce, Bentley, everybody's got one.
I think I would respect them for that, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'd really love to see what McLaren would do with the concept, with the concept of an
not
SUV.
them. That's not their heritage. That's not
true. Fair enough.
Either it's not Ferraris or Lamborghinis. Well, that's not true. And when we get to the Lamborghini, we'll talk about that. But
it's true for the Ferrari, though. They've never built a truck. So
yeah, but that's the thing. Okay, so Ferrari does it, right? At this point, everybody else is just being a me too. And a different type
really,
of me too.
Ferrari's being a me too in doing this.
Because
They're going against 80 years of.
If the market demands it, then why not?
Well, I don't know. I feel like know your core strengths and don't wander just to chase the money. Right?
Dude, they got to fund their racing program somehow.
I'm just saying.
Formula One is very expensive.
I don't know that a McLaren SUV is going to be a giant income maker.
I think if they built one, they would have done their market research. And
I don't know. I don't know. Coming from a very uninformed section, I don't know that these hyper SUVs can be that big of a moneymaker.
Ford doesn't even make a sedan anymore.
Hyper SUVs. We're not talking about Explorers. We're talking about, I would genuinely like to know
how many of these Porsches we see on the road, and they're not a cheap car.
Let's check this out. Let's give some tooth to this argument.
Production numbers.
Porsche.
Guys, can we build like an exciting one next week? Should we skip ahead and do the Lambo? I know we were trying to save that one for last, but geez.
The Aston's pretty exciting. I know you're all set to poo-poo it, but
okay. So they made 82,000 in 2020, the Porsches.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's all base models.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Because the base model starts in the 60s.
It's relatively affordable.
Yeah, but that's true, Lou.
But that would be saying that you could fund a racing program based on your Trackhawk sales. No, you fund your racing program based on your Jeep Grand Cherokee sales.
They sell like more. I mean, the Grand Cherokee, except for the Wrangler, the Grand Cherokee is the best-selling car in all of what used to be FC or Dodge Chrysler.
Yeah. No, and what I'm saying is, because Vinny said that the hyper, like if they came out with a hyper SUV, it could fund their racing. I don't think it could.
No, I didn't say it could fund the racing. I'm saying that if it added to their overall revenue, then that's a win for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
These numbers reflect, how many Trackhawks they sell a year? It's probably 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Grand Cherokees they make.
So, definitely the bottom supports the top. You know what I mean? And I don't consider hyper SUVs to be the bottom of any rung.
No, certainly not. But if they can make some money and add to their company's notoriety and keep a foothold,
I think for Ferrari, the reason that they're doing this probably, it always involves a bottom line, which is money, but for Ferrari in particular, it's very unique. Ferrari's largest market on the planet is the United States. They sell more Ferraris in the United States than all the other countries in the world combined.
Sheesh.
And what they're looking, when you're talking about market research, they're looking at what Americans want and what they buy. And currently SUVs outsells sedans and coupes combined in the United States. So they're probably just trying to give America what they want. And it could very well be they sell a dozen of these across the world. And, compared to, a few thousand of them in the United States when they release it. But definitely for Ferrari, America is their most important market. That's not the case really for like Porsche. It's certainly not the case for Aston Martin. I'm not quite sure where Lamborghini's at in terms of American sales, but for Ferrari,
would you like to know I have Lamborghini overall sales right now.
Sure.
Total since 2019, worldwide, 15,000. In 2021, the first half, they sold 4,852, more than half of which were in the US.
Okay, so it's important to them as well.
I mean, that's a higher number than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But
4,000, that's a lot.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see quite a few of the Uruses, and like I think I saw my first Urus maybe like a year and a half ago, and now pretty much any time I go to the wealthier areas of LA proper, Bel Air, Beverly Hills, I'll see one. But that's where they're selling. They're not selling in Nebraska. They're selling in Palm Beach and they're selling in Beverly Hills. That's their core market here. So anyway, hopefully our next build will jazz us a little more than this one. I was a little underwhelmed.
I have no doubt that it will, whichever one we choose to do. Just to wrap things up on this one, I appreciate you guys doing this. I'm looking forward to next week. Rob, next week I'm going to be in Vegas for SEMA.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to be out there. So unfortunately, we won't be able to film next week.
Way to mess up our production schedule, Vinny.
Yeah.
Especially since now that he said that on camera, and this is probably going to air 3 weeks after SEMA. just pull back that fourth wall, Vinny.
Well, I imagine you're going to have a great deal of fun this year at SEMA like you have in years past. So,
yeah.
So definitely enjoy yourself.
So if there's anything that you in particular that you want me to check out while I'm out there, send you some photos of, let me know.
Cool. Will do.
They'll have that new C8, the C06 out there.
Nice.
Did you get a chance to listen to that thing?
I didn't hear it, but I read Car and Driver's short announcement.
Literally chills. Yeah.
It sounds like a
really
bike. It's awesome.
Well, I know what I'm doing as soon as I log off here. So
yeah, that flat plane crank. How much does it make, Greg? 650 something?
670 at 8,400 RPM, and it's rev limited at 86.
And an interesting thing, though, its torque number is where the Stingray is, which I found very, very interesting.
But it's a lot higher up.
It's a lot higher up. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the things. I actually put it in my article because they haven't. I don't think they've officially released where the torque peak is.
Car and Driver said it was where it is.
Yeah, where it is. But somebody slipped up in an interview and let something out, and I picked up on it. So if you want to know, go to enginelabs.com. Yeah, because we have where the torque peak is.
Dude, Greg, you cranking out that timely content, man. You got that thing up super fast today, and that was not because we had information early.
Yeah, there was nothing embargoed about that. Truth be told, I forgot the release was today.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot it was today.
Scott, our the vice president here at at Power Automedia. He stopped by my desk earlier and he was asking me about it, and if I had seen the video and if I had read anything about it. And I said, yeah, man, I can't wait until Greg publishes something. And no sooner did he walk away from my desk than I get an email notification that Greg had published a story about it. I was like, oh, there you go.
Good time.
Yeah, I think I pissed off our IT department too, because I had a little hiccup, and I literally asked them for help. They were at lunch, so I said screw it and did it myself. And they were not too happy when by the time they got back from lunch, it was already up. I was like, no, I couldn't wait for you. They did not like that. But sorry, I mean, literally, this was like, I was like, no time. No, I don't care that you're having lunch. I don't have time right now. Either fix it or get out of my way.
Hey, content is king, right? So
Yeah.
Of course, everybody at home, you can keep an eye out for Rob's latest stuff too. We have one coming up soon before the end of the month. It's going to be Rob's movie Muscle, and it'll be a cool one. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but keep an eye out for it. You know, those always go out on our newsletter. So if you're not signed up for our newsletter, go over to streetmusclemag.com, sign up. It's free, and you won't regret it. We're cranking out new stuff every week. Rob, thanks for joining us again, man. We really appreciate you, and we can't wait to build the next one with you.
Always my pleasure, boys. Have a good time in SEMA, all right? And I'll be hitting you up with picture requests for sure.
No doubt, man. We'll talk to you soon.
See you later, guys.
Well, there it is, Greg. I wish it was a more exciting episode, a more exciting build.
Yeah.
But I think our scores reflect how we felt about it.
Yeah, I really do. It's funny that you mentioned, you know, feeling that down, because yeah, very much R8 all over again.
Yeah, that R8, man. It was a great car, just like this is a great car, but it just didn't do it for any of us, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that's why there's 9 different hyper SUVs, super muscle, whatever. That's why the market can bear so many different extraordinarily priced SUVs.
It's a market segment that's showing no signs of slowing down. That's for sure. Pun intended. But
I don't know, man. 10 piston calipers.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, sheesh, man, that was nuts. The way that this let's end on a positive note. This Porsche handles incredibly well, way better than I think any of us thought. And the braking, holy cow, man, what an awesome accomplishment for Porsche.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyways, I think as we kind of wrap this up, I just want to ask what you have going on Engine Labs, dude.
Man, we are so far out in front now. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm going to guess we're still going to have a lot of SEMA stuff coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know what I published today is probably going to be several weeks old by the time this airs. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess it doesn't make any sense to talk about what's up on Street Muscle just yet. Lots of SEMA coverage.
Yes, it will be a lot of SEMA stuff, because
I know
people are hungry, right?
Yeah, kind of our timelines like mixed up here, because I told Rob that I was going to SEMA. So as you guys know, we record these ahead of time, and so by the time this goes up, you're right, Greg, there will be a bunch of SEMA coverage on the site.
Yeah.
So just movie magic.
Star wipe.
Yeah. But yeah, go check it out, everybody. Check out streetmusclemag.com, check out enginelabs.com, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. While you're here, do us a favor and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Of course, check out all of our sponsors. Of course, they're numerous, but our title sponsor, Lucas Oil, like I mentioned earlier, and I'll just mention the rest of them. We also have Performance Distributors, ProCharger, ARP, Liqui Moly, Silver Sport Transmissions, Holley Performance Brands, Optima, and Performance Online. Go check them out, all of their respective websites. basically, if you're in the market for anything automotive related, one of those companies will be able to help you out. You know, Greg and I use them all on our different projects at various times, and I'm a big supporter of all of them, just like they support us. Without them, we couldn't do the show. Without you guys, we couldn't do the show. So we appreciate you tuning in. Greg, final thoughts.
I'm looking forward to next week because I want some redemption. I don't like the way I'm feeling right now. Not gonna lie. I want some redemption on this market segment.
I know we're gonna have to pick one that like we know is gonna be like really fun to build.
I think the Aston's gonna do it. I really do.
I hope so, man. I wasn't so stoked on the way that one looked, so we'll see.
Beauty's skin deep, right?
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Or sheet metal deep on as this one goes, or composites. Who knows? I don't even know if they're using sheet metal.
Oh man, maybe we will do the Aston next week. Anyways, we'll catch you guys next time, noon Pacific, as always. This has been Vinny and Greg on the RodCAST. We'll catch you later. Peace.